The question I'm going to ask and answer in this video is owning a Tesla financially smarter than owning comparable gas-powered luxury vehicles? By financially smarter, I mean, does it cost less? The vehicles that will be compared in this video include the Tesla S model, the Mercedes S-Class, and the Lexus LS460. All three of these models are comparable in size and price range. The tool using for assessing the financial costs of these vehicles is the net present value calculation. The net present value calculation is an overall value of the car that includes payments made over a span of time and the resale value of the car at the end of that time. A visual representation of net present value can be seen in cash flow diagrams. A simple cash flow diagram is shown in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen and will be explained more in depth later in the video. The factors that will be taken into account in this video for net present value include depreciation, fuel, interest, insurance, maintenance, and tax. As you can see from this diagram, these are the 6 main costs associated with 5-year ownership of a vehicle. It is important to note that the depreciation of the vehicle accounts for almost 50% of the cost of 5 years of ownership. Here is the Tesla Model S cash flow diagram. As you can see, the years are represented going horizontally, starting with year 0 and increasing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The payments on the car are represented as arrows going down, while the profits on the car are represented as arrows going up. The initial payment is a large one, while there is an initial tax break on a Tesla since it is an environmentally friendly vehicle. In addition, there are costs per year represented by electricity, insurance, and maintenance. Finally, there is an estimated residual value of 34%. This means that the resale value at the end of 5 years is 34% of the original cost. This is represented by the arrow going up at the end of 5 years. The overall net present value of this vehicle is $78,600. Now, the Mercedes S-Class cash flow diagram looks very similar. The only difference is that there is a tax cost instead of a tax profit. This is due to the fact that this is not an environmentally friendly vehicle, and that is represented by a down arrow at year 0. As you can see, the resale value for this car is 34% of its original value. Again, that is the same as the estimated Tesla S model. The last cash flow diagram shown is the Lexus LS460, and the only difference other than the values of this one from the Mercedes S-Class is the residual value. The Lexus LS has an estimated residual value after 5 years of 38% of its initial cost. This is a very good residual value and tells us that the car holds its value very well. The overall net present value of this car is a negative $94,000. Now, there is a financial risk associated with Tesla, and this comes from the fact that there is an unknown residual value. Although we used 34% of the initial value in our previous cash flow diagram, this was just an estimate compared to other vehicles of a similar class. An article by USA Today suggested that a 20% residual value is the normal residual value on most electric vehicles. If you use a 20% residual value on the Tesla Model S after 5 years, you get a net present value of $91,900. My final recommendations state that a Tesla with 34% residual value and a Tesla with a 20% residual value are both financially smarter than a Mercedes S-Class or a Lexus LS.